Hi, hope today's been a good one so far. My name's Yalji and welcome to another one of our Battlefront 2 videos. So have you ever wished that DICE had added a few more dual wielding characters to the roster than just General Grievous? Or how about the option to give Anakin his own blue saber and maybe Dooku's red saber from Revenge of the Sith? Or how about making Yoda dual wield 2 sabers instead of 1? Well, thanks to the modding community, we now can. So let's get into it. First off, at this time, not every lightsaber wielding character has a dual wield option. Whether the creators will extend the list of characters later is unknown, but at this time, not one but two modders have taken their time to put together a 5-character lineup for this feature. Secondly, as these are all multiplayer safe, you have to bear in mind that these are merely cosmetic additions, and the second saber will not function properly in terms of dealing damage. If they'd given it this option, you'd be looking at almost an instant ban, but I guess you'd have a lot of fun for a couple of minutes absolutely beasting everyone before you got banned. With this being said though, these should be as safe as a normal character mod, as it doesn't change any in-game stats, as it's just an aesthetic look, be it a very, very cool one. So what bang are we getting for our buck? Well, the first modder named Green Army has given us 4 separate builds to choose from. Unfortunately though, I only found 2 to be downloadable, as the Nexus mod website had me in an endless loop to try and download other mods that attached to the ones I was trying to download. The 2 I did manage to get working from Green Army were the Obi-Wan Kenobi blue dual wielding saber mod and the Kylo Ren dual saber, both of which I have to admit I found very, very impressive. Obi-Wan carries Anakin's blue lightsaber FX, which seems a good obvious choice, but the funny one here was Kylo's second saber. In Frosty Mod Manager, when I was loading it up, it says it's a Sarge Ventress's saber, which kind of got me thinking, like, how? But then in game, it's just a dual replica of Kylo's normal unstable saber. Still a pretty cool choice, and no doubt a lot safer online. The second modder, Dalarna 57, brings 5 separate builds to the table for 3 different characters. Anakin gets the biggest share with 3 different versions just for him. The aforementioned blue and Dooku's red, which is actually Dooku's saber. And I got to admit, there's not much of a better feeling in-game than carving down Tyrannus with his very own saber. If only we could get to cut his head off, that would be the piece de resistance. The 2 other versions Anakin gets are 2 separate blue versions. A blue version, which looks like he's carrying a duplicate of his own saber, and a separate version using the same saber, but with one in a badass backhand position that just reminds me of Galen Marek, the Starkiller. Very cool. Next up, it's Rey's turn to get the dual wielding option, be it Rey Palpatine or Rey of Jakku, whichever you prefer. She carries a mirrored version of her own saber in a very odd backhand kind of hold formation, which looks odd but actually works really, really well when you start carving droids and enemies up, due to it being so fast that it just kind of works. And last but not least, it's little man Yoda carrying again a duplicate of his own saber, but I have to admit, the fact that you've got 2 green lightsabers in the little dude's hands with him flinging around and doing his fast moves just looks very, very cool. So are these mods perfect? Well, of course they're not, because the game mechanics don't allow for it, so to speak. There are certain little clipping aspects, but for the most part, overall, they do work very, very cool and aesthetically look fantastic. And of course, nobody else online is going to know that you're dual wielding, but for your own enjoyment, if you got the option, I definitely recommend downloading these and playing around with them and having a lot of fun. One final thing that's worth mentioning with this mod, or these mods, is because they're only aesthetic for a second saber, they can be used with any other character mod that you want to try out. For example, there is a purple dual saber Anakin version that if we could get it downloaded, you could use with Revan. So we would have a red and purple saber. The choices are kind of endless. There's also an Ahsoka green dual saber version available. But as I say, go and take a look, mix it up, have some fun and enjoy. As always, I'll put the links for both of these modders for these mods in the description. And as always, I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, all the good stuff, hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit me in the comments. Have a great day. Take it easy. Hope to see you in the next. And bye for now.